Yo, what is up? It is Andy coming to you on a Monday, the first Monday here in New Year. And there's no better time to remind everybody when it comes to NHL betting, being a front page bettor, being a money line bettor, a pizzeria bettor, it's a very treacherous territory in the NHL. In the last week and a half alone, including last night, we've seen the San Jose Sharks beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, followed by the Anaheim Ducks beating the Tampa Bay Lightning. We've seen the Anaheim Ducks go into Winnipeg and beat them, beat the Stanley Cup favorite Edmonton Oilers. We've seen the Montreal Canadiens go into Vegas and beat Vegas, who's only lost once in how many games? We've seen the Florida Panthers, Stanley Cup champ last year, get shut out on their own home ice by the Montreal Canadiens, who then go into Chicago and rather easily lose to the worst Blackhawks. That's why moneyline betting in the NHL, doing it consistently, you're just going to bury yourself. Because every time you think you have the answers, as Roddy Piper let all you know, I change the question. So just a reminder, and if you're going to say to yourself, well, then why am I not taking the Ducks? Why am I not taking the Blackhawks? Because it doesn't happen consistently enough. They'll screw you just that appropriate amount. And then on the flip side of that, what do? I'm like, you know what? That game's probably going to be a rat, but I do not mind throwing down that one signal, the Terminator in Major League, the fastball. What has the fastball been for us? That's Suzuki Caufield. It's plus money every single game, and it seemingly comes through every single game. Came through against Colorado, came through the game before that, came through the game before that. It just keeps coming through. There has to be a point eventually where it's not at plus money. But that night's not tonight, so I see no reason why we shouldn't go back to that fastball. I mean, it's won so many for you in a row, as you guys know. Once you start winning 3 and 4 times in a row, especially a plus money bet, if you lose, we tip our cap and say thank you for your winning. So I guess we have to go back to that until it loses. One of these games it's going to lose, but that's a great player point prop combo against the Vancouver Canucks at home, who I think they get Quinn Hughes back tonight. But then I want to talk about the game that sticks out to me on this slate, probably sticks out to all you guys as well. This is the Florida Panthers versus the Colorado Avalanche. This matchup in these last couple of years, when I've watched them, it's been a witch's brew of offense opposed to defense. Many of the previous 5 matchups between these teams, it's been a back and forth type of game with a lot of goals going in. But I think in Colorado, you always have that opportunity for the game to kind of blow up. Now, last game against the Canadiens was a complete dud in terms of offense, some of which had to do with the Canadiens' goaltending. But when these two teams get together, there is a lot of talent on the ice. And just like I said, that Caufield-Suzuki point combo at plus money seems like you have to take it. For the first time in quite a while, we are getting the opportunity to take Alex Barkov and Sam Reinhart both for a point. You don't even have to use an assist for plus money. That's something that anytime it's there, all season long, you're taking it. Those two together for a point without having to use an assist at plus money, that's like that point Gensel combo. Remember, we were just taking it every game while we could, while it was in the plus money? Well, if you ever get a return to plus money, then you happily take that as well. There's been a little offensive struggle with Florida recently somewhat. They are coming off of a win, but I'm going to go Barkov, Reinhart, point each, plus 110 in Colorado. And for you front page bettors, I do think that this game is going to go over 6.5. I mean, we're getting a good price. Any game in Colorado, I feel like you'll know halfway through the first period, yep, it's going to be one of those. And also, any game can kind of blow up in Colorado. You saw them erupt versus Buffalo in the third period. That can always happen. This is one of those times where I'm going to say over 6.5 and hope it goes our way, because I see player point props that I like in this game, so if those are likely to be true, then I think we're kind of likely to go over. So I like the over 6.5. Give me the point prop combo on Florida with Reinhart and Barkov. But then on the other side, I see an opportunity as well. Give me Nathan MacKinnon for a point and Artturi Lehkonen for a point. Lehkonen's coming in at a pretty solid price. Now, last game, interesting kind of dynamic, but it makes sense because it was tied at 1 late. You saw Lehkonen flip with Drouin 5-on-5, but he got put on that top power play. Is it going to remain I think Lehkonen stays on that top line with McKinnon and Rantanen, but more importantly, he actually took Drouin's spot on the top power play. So if we're getting Lehkonen on that top power play, I mean, how about this? He's good for a point prop in and of itself. Like, it's at -115. So if he's on that top Colorado power play, we'll know for sure pregame if he is on that top line. That's a point prop that I like in that game between the Avalanche and the Florida Panthers. And then since I like offense in that game, I guess we're going all in on that game. We're going to go with the both teams to score 2+ in that game, along with the both teams to score 2+ in the Buffalo-Washington game. I know Buffalo's a disgrace. I think at home, if they're going to lose to Washington, they're at least going to put up 2 goals. They can't keep pucks out of their net. I think that one, weirdly, unless you believe Buffalo, after being shut out, comes home and throws another dud and can at least get to 2 goals against Washington, then fine. But I'm going to go both teams to score 2+ in both of those games. That pulls it to a plus money bet. And quite honestly, in the spirit of opening this episode telling you about the rats that exist in the NHL, how bad teams can easily beat good teams, Washington is literally in contention for the President's Trophy. They're playing bottom of the barrel Scam 5, but they're so bad they almost need to, like the Scam 5, you almost have to have some talent to be in there because you trick people into thinking you're a good team. I think Buffalo has actually been demoted below the Scam 5, which is really not easy to do. Like, you notice how the Sharks aren't in the Scam 5? It's because nobody thinks they're good. I think Buffalo now has unfortunately been demoted below the Scam 5. Like, you know Samara from The Ring who lives down in a well? Well, they're under that. So, I don't know, but it would be fitting that that team, who everybody thinks is absolute garbage, beats Washington. And if you think, oh, there's no way they're going to win. Well, how did those ones happen at the top of the show? How did Edmonton lose to Anaheim? How did that happen? How did Florida get shut out by Montreal? How did Vegas lose to Montreal? How did Tampa lose to the Sharks and the Ducks in back-to-back games? That's the NHL. As I say, it's not even difficult. It's extremely easy for awful underdogs to beat good teams because of mail-ins, the nature of hockey in and of itself. Any team can beat any team. Some puck luck goes your way. You get a hot goalie. Any of the above happen, and an underdog could win. So here's what I tell people. I told people on the Patreon, look, I'm not telling you to bet Chicago to beat Montreal, but I'm telling you to at least be weary of betting Montreal because of the rat factor. So just be weary of betting Washington because of the rat factor. That's what I have for you here on a Monday. Good luck to you. Best luck to me. Make sure you're subscribed here to my YouTube channel. Every click you give is very much appreciated. That means the likes, the comments. When you click subscribe, only click it if I earned it. But if I don't be the guy who begrudgingly, because you don't want to give me that click, types Andy's best bets every single day just because I'm a guy. I don't want any subscriptions. I want to be the anonymous guy. Nobody knows about me. I have no subscriptions. I never click notifications. Give me a couple clicks. As you can see, in comparison to the whole landscape, I'm still in the early stages of YouTube channel. I have always told you guys, once you see 20,000, he's getting 30,000, 40,000. You never have to click a thing for the rest of your life. But while I'm still in the infancy, you guys are the only way to help me rise out of that. You want to do that? You want to help? You want that sports betting karma? Give me a couple clicks. And as always, if you want the spreadsheets, you want any additional stuff that I put out there, you want access to these picks earlier, I posted them last night, that's available over on the Patrons, patreon.com/Andy Francess, the way you see it on your screen. I hope to see you over there, truly. If not, no worries. You don't have to feel guilty because you want to know where I'll be. Back here with you tomorrow. I look forward to it. I will talk to you then. Take it easy.